Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, being subbed. If you're not, hit the button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit the like. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into this conversation. Oh my God. When I listened to this so called interview yesterday, where it was my brain cells being fried listening to this foolishness, I couldn't really waste a whole lot of time talking about much more besides just giving my reaction to what was being said. But listen, Martell is such a fool. Again, I'm not saying that the things that he was saying about Marceau and Maurice and this chick that they brought to sit down to share this and these embarrassing details. Honestly, it's all embarrassing. And it's a shame that shame doesn't really exist anymore. We need to bring shame back. Like, shame was canceled at some point in time, and shame needs to be brought back. I'm not talking about shame for people who have made honest mistakes, made some poor, bad decisions because you just didn't know any better. But when you know better, you do better, right? Or that's the way it used to be. But now shame doesn't exist anymore. So they glorify people like Sexy Red and baddies on the Zeus network and all of this different stuff. So now you have a culture of females, not women, a culture of females where this stuff is on the forefront. They put it on Front Street. They do not care what you think, even if it's not beneficial to them, you know, because I get it. There's some people that they don't have any skills or talent, so all they can do is use their bodies to make money. I'm not even saying that that's okay, but I'm also not going to shame some people who operate in that way, because if the males did not create a culture and an existence for that space to reside, then females wouldn't be able to make money off of their bodies, and they wouldn't have any choice but to get an education, get their skills up, make money in a way that you don't have to try to hide behind the scenes to make it do what it do. So now you have a culture of females like this that will sit and talk about how they had some man stuff in their mouth and another man stuff in their coochie hole at the same time. Now, I'm not going to play the video again. I'm just sharing the screen, guys, so you can see this clown right here in this tight turtleneck and these tight pants. This is so ridiculous. The fact that he had the nerve to appeal his case for harassing communications, DV, where he was arrested for doing what he did. This chick was in on it and talked to Carson Blue, who revealed it all about how this clown wanted to have her create a fake social media account to put images and screenshots and video clips of Melody out on social media to make it look like what Melody was doing to this fool, she was doing to some other dude, to make her look like one of these chicks out here in the streets. It is crazy to me that they're sitting down with microphones to interview this chick when this was what they were trying to make Melody look like, which was all a lie. And I'm just not here for it. Everything that Martell is doing with this stuff, it needs to be used against him in the court of law. When it comes to the harassing communications, like, could they use this as some sort of exhibits or evidence to show the type of person that he is when it comes to Melody getting full custody of her children? Because let's be clear, this is a person, not a man. This is a person that has one child that I believe he feels regretfully with this chick and has 4 children with his ex-wife. Does he not think his children are going to see this stuff? They're not 1, 3, 5, and 7 years old anymore. These children get older by the minute. And here they have their dad sitting here talking about when men cheat and how men cheat and why they do it, and having a conversation with a whole about how she had one man's stuff in her mouth and another man's stuff in her foul woman area. I'm trying to be discreet. At the same time, at the same time. And their dad is sitting here doing this all for some get back at Marceau. Again, like I said, I'm not here to defend Marceau Scott. I'm not here to defend Letitia Scott because, quite frankly, I feel like a lot of the stuff that they have him coming at them about, I'm not saying it's deserved, so to speak, but I am saying that you do reap what you sow. And the fact that Letitia revealed that Martell was showing the stuff that he was alleged to be trying to put out there via this one about Melody to all of the crew of the Scots and whoever else, God knows who else, saw it. And then she's just revealing that now. And now Marceau's like, I don't want to have anything to do with him anymore. I'm done with him or whatever. But it was all good when he mentioned you guys to be on this show, Love and Marriage Huntsville. You got picked. And he held some of your secrets, so you couldn't really come out against him. But again, this is a dude that has 4 children with the last name Holt with his ex-wife. And this is the type of stuff that he's doing. He's sitting here having conversations, like this is ridiculous. Nothing about this is tea. Nothing about this is entertaining. Yes, I listened to it regretfully, but my brain cells were fried and I needed to get something inspirational, motivational, and educational in my mind after listening to this garbage. It's trash. All 3 of them. Trash. And her sitting here asking the questions with her cue cards. Like, really? All because he put her up to it and she follows his lead. And she's sitting here drinking that nasty wine that he had created that he couldn't sell on the corner. This is all ridiculous. But everything that he is doing right now needs to be used against him in the court of law when it comes to the harassing communications that he appealed, because he already got a light sentence and he appealed that. And when it comes to Melody with getting full custody of her children, because he doesn't even deserve unsupervised visitation, let alone joint custody. If he sees the children, it should be supervised custody with a court appointed person, because this person is dangerous. Narcissists are dangerous people. He does not deserve to have a platform on Love and Marriage Huntsville. The show, who knows how much longer it's going to last. Carlos doesn't seem to hold him accountable for anything, so I'm not holding my breath for that to happen. But the fact that he sat there, and this is all over the blogs, all over on Instagram, and of course on YouTube with the full interview, and then Arion Coleslaw sitting there talking about part two. I think this is like only her 3rd video on the YouTube channel, because I guess some years back, when she realized that they were not going to have her on the show, it's like, well, I'll just go ahead and create my own platform. But she's so lazy, she hasn't even been utilizing the platform. So I won't even doubt that Tasha K was the one that recommended, well, girl, you got your own YouTube channel. Why don't y'all do it over there? Do it on your own channel. Why are you not using your YouTube channel? Because she doesn't have the brain cells to think that way. This stuff is absolutely crazy, but I really wanted to just share my thoughts on the fact that this is a person that still has the opportunity to be on a reality show that he never should have had the opportunity to be on, still has joint custody of those 4 children. This is embarrassing to them. It really is. He is so selfish. He doesn't think about other people. So, of course, he's not thinking that him doing something like this is going to reflect on his children. And I'm not saying this is going to reflect on their children to make them look like him, but it's definitely embarrassing to them. This is ridiculous. So there's nothing that he could come out and do to make anyone feel like he is anyone that has sense. I'll just put it like that because you have those people who would think that he is a good father. I have been saying this for some time now. Martell Holt is not a good dad. The stuff that he was doing all along while he was married to Melody and having those at 1.3 children and then having a fourth, and he kept doing the stuff that he was doing, that's not the definition of a good father. That's not the definition of a good father. Because if we want to like get down to the brass tacks and the way God designed it to be, after God, your spouse is supposed to be the next in line, and then your children. So if you treat the spouse and the mother of the children like trash, you can't say that, well, I can't stand the mom, but I love my children. I'm not saying that those who have had children out of wedlock or who weren't even in relationships and you just wound up conceiving and whatever, that you have to love that person. Because unfortunately, I get it. You have a lot of situations like that. Things are different now. People are having babies and not even being in relationships, and that's like normal now. I'm not even going down that rabbit hole. I could stay there all day. But you can't tell me that he is a good dad and that he loves his children when he's out here doing stuff like this. Miss me with that BS. It does not apply. So I'm interested to see what comes next. Not when it comes to this chick who's claiming that she was a fool for Marceau and Maurice allegedly. I could care less about that because, like I said in my commentary yesterday, Tisha ain't going anywhere. So it doesn't even matter. Like, it's not, it really is making him look worse, meaning Martell, than it makes Marceau look, in my opinion. Because most people believe that, yeah, he probably was unfaithful. I think even Tisha's mom said that, yeah, he probably was. But the fact is, Tisha ain't going anywhere. So keep the receipts. It doesn't matter. But I just wanted to share my thoughts real quick, just dive a little bit deeper when it comes to him and his children that he had with Melody. And notice I'm making a difference there because she don't strike me as somebody who really cares about what things look like that she's doing that may affect her child or children either. So I'm not even going there with it. But this is terrible, and all of this needs to be used against him in a court of law. However they can make it apply, make it apply. So you guys let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for being here, liking, and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.